Today I fucked up by using a toilet wrong my entire life. So I'm hoping a load of people are going to come out in support of me here, but I've got that sinking feeling I may be alone in this. Our toilet broke, so I was in shopping for new ones, and the salesperson joked, no doubt for the millionth time, that I'll want one that automatically puts the seat down after I'm finished with it. I joked back and said if I didn't have a wife I could save money and not buy one with a seat, and I'd never have to hear women complaining about putting it down again. To which he gave me a strange look and said, but what about when you need to poop? I naturally pointed out that I'm a guy and therefore don't put the seat down, I sit on the rim of the bowl. Several embarrassing moments later, I realize that I've misunderstood my entire life, and that guys do indeed use the toilet seat. I left empty-handed and red-faced. Thinking about it now, it makes sense. Especially how men's restrooms have seats. But I just assumed it was a unisex / cost-saving / oversight deal. You poor bastard. But, seriously, did you ever think, wow, this porcelain is cold, and sometimes wet and caked with dried piss, and I have to spend extraordinary effort to not hit the water with my ass and balls. What could I use to get around some of these obstacles? If only they made a toilet seat for dudes. Yuck. Think of all the extra water plop action being 2 inches lower. And the balls. The poor balls. Oh my god, you mean you've been sitting on the actual toilet rim your whole life? Ugh, that's gross and hilarious. I feel cold. So cold. You did not just fuck up today. You have been fucking up every day since your birth, minus any days of extreme constipation. Edit, oh yeah, and those couple of years before you started pooping in a toilet. What the fuck kind of asshole parents don't teach their kid how to use the toilet? That's what I'm wondering. I stood there and watched my son using the toilet until he was old enough to do it himself. I figured that's what people did. Can you vlog your average day? You're probably doing hella stuff wrong op. Edit, wow, first post of mine that got higher than 10 upvotes and it's fucking almost at 4,000 with Reddit gold. Thank you very much, this made my day hella awesome. I am amazed op can read and use a computer. Today I fucked up by unintentionally taking the train home during my lunch break. My intention was to go to the train station to renew my season ticket, but my body was on autopilot and went straight past the barriers, checked for the next available train and got on it. Realized that I was not meant to actually leave on a train when I looked around and the train wasn't as jam-packed as it usually is. Tried to make it out of the train but unfortunately did not make it. Am waiting at the next station now to return to work. And hopefully to renew my season ticket on my way there. Update. Thanks for all the comments. Nice to see fellow mindless numpties out there. Just to update you all, I made it back to work in time, but as I got back to my station the queue to the ticket counter was painfully long. So long that I got worried I would switch to autopilot mode again and hop on the train once I get my ticket. Luckily I didn't and made it back in time, but without lunch, I pretty much functioned on autopilot mode for the rest of the day. Don't feel bad. I once drove 13 miles home after work to a house I had not lived in for 3 months. My car was rear-ended and totaled about 2 months ago. I have been riding the bus to school and work. I finally got a car Monday morning, drove it to work, did my shift, then walked out of work and rode the bus home. I left my car at work. Haha, ouch. Muscle memory really can get you. I woke up this morning, went to work for an early meeting which lasted all of an hour rather than all day. Went to get the train, going back home from customer site, train was delayed so automatically went into the pub and asked for a vodka cranberry, sat down and realized people around me were eating breakfast. Was 9:50 AM rather than the 5 PM is assumed. Interesting way to start the day. The worst part of it is the realization that this is not where I'm supposed to be. Reminds me of something my buddy did a couple years back. He lived in Montreal, his girlfriend lived in Quebec City 3 hours away. He'd drive up there every Friday night, drive home early Monday morning and go straight to work. One Monday morning, it was getting kinda late. 10 to 11 rolls around and my manager, who was sitting right next to me, gets a call, chuckles a bit and hangs up. Turns out Buddy, who left Quebec City, took a wrong turn and was halfway to New Brunswick before he realized his mistake. When that happens to me, usually while I'm driving, I always ask myself, how have I never had a car crash while driving so mindlessly? You're still aware and alert, your brain is just conserving energy by not forming any new memories during this time. Today I fucked up by scratching my balls. In typing on a tablet with abysmal autocorrect, so please excuse any mistakes I might make. This happened 14 to 15 years ago. My friend was parked outside of a 24-hour convenience store. Someone tried to rob him by pepper spraying through the open window into the car. Luckily he got away. I was out driving around at night, and he called me and asked if I could drive that car to the hospital for them. I drove to where they were, let another friend drive my car, and I drove his to the hospital. I parked and walked to the entrance. I decided to have a cigarette before going into the hospital to wait for my friend who had been pepper sprayed. I sat down on a bench and got comfy while I enjoyed my smoke. Now this is where it starts to go wrong. In all the commotion, I didn't have the presence of mind to realize that the interior of my friend's car was covered in pepper spray. It was. I scratched my balls through my jeans. A good thorough scratch. I guess I had pepper spray on my hand, because about 5 minutes later my balls were on fucking fire. Not like this is discomforting, but like, my balls are going to burn up and fall off my body if I don't do something about this right now. So I ran to the washroom, pulled my balls out, put them in the hand sink and vigorously washed them with ice cold water. It only made it worse. I decided a shower would be in my best interest at this time. My friend that got pepper sprayed lived really close and was kind enough to let me use his shower. I raced over there. This time in my car, which wasn't glazed with pepper spray. Anyway, I get to his house, run upstairs to the second level, and get in the bathroom. The shower had a flimsy curtain, and a detachable shower head. I disrobed, and got in the shower. It took about 10 minutes of lathering my balls with soap and holding the shower head on my balls for the pain to subside a bit. In my infinite wisdom, I thought I might as well have a full shower and get everything cleaned. I start with my face. I soap it up, rinse it off, and then use my hands to squeege off the water on my closed eyelids. That's when my eyes caught fire. I dropped the shower head. The thing shot off and was spraying the entire bathroom. I couldn't see it because I had just been blinded. It took me a while to rein that damn shower head in. I managed to get my eyes to a point where I could see and wasn't in excruciating pain. This is when I noticed I had flooded the bathroom. It took me a considerable amount of time to get it all dry. What an ordeal. Too long, didn't read, got pepper spray on my balls, then in my eyes, and then flooded a bathroom. I thought it'd stop at the balls, but it kept going. That's what she said. You kept rolling ones. Woohoo, first silver, thanks, smile. Your balls feel uncomfortably itchy. Roll a wisdom save. What? Why? Just roll it. 1. Ah, so what does that mean? Just wait. You'll see. You made the wrong choice, every single time. No. Helping the friend was the right choice. Next time, milk. Buy a few big bottles, pour it all over the affected areas. It's fine to get it in your eyes, too, it won't hurt, at least, much less than the pepper, which it will neutralize. I think you need full fat milk. This is because the active ingredient in pepper spray, capsaicin, is fat soluble, water does nothing, but fat/oil will remove it easily. You can test this yourself, cut some jalapenos or other hot killer, wash your hands thoroughly, and then rub your eyes. After several minutes of pain and regret, try again, but this time scrub your hands with any vegetable oil after cutting and before washing. As long as you're thorough, your eyes will be fine. My balls? My eyes. Water everywhere. Checks prostate. Goddamn it.